Hello, great souls. Welcome to our Yoga for Everybody, Chair Yoga Flow. It's great to be with you today. We have a few students also in person. So let's take a moment to center ourselves, sitting upright in your seat. Your hands can be turned upside down on the thighs or turned upward. Belly relaxed as you breathe. Inner awareness rising to the point between the eyebrows. With each deep, relaxed breath, just feel yourself coming more and more into your physical body as we begin. See if you can sense the floor beneath your feet and guide your awareness from the feet up through the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, awareness into the hips and belly, rising up through the torso into the heart, center, front of the heart, back of the heart, shoulders, down the shoulders with your awareness, past the elbows into the wrists, the hands and fingers, and then rising the awareness into the neck and throat, the base of the skull, energy flowing through the whole brain and coming to this point at the forehead, point between the eyebrows, the seat of super consciousness. A few more deep, full breaths in and out. Aware of your body, aware of your breath, aware of this moment. Mentally affirming, I am here now, ready to begin. Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, now we come to the practice, the study of yoga. I am here now, ready to begin. Deep, full breath in and out. We'll bring the palms together to the heart center, just acknowledging the divine light that shines brightly within you and within all beings with Namaste. Namaste. Okay, great souls. So we were talking at the beginning of class, I was talking with the students who are here about, really how yoga practice, Ananda Yoga in particular, helps us to be in our physical bodies with an awareness that honors the body and at the same time helps to free us to experience the flow of energy, the life force, the prana moving through the body. So one of the things that we were talking about is that if we ignore the body, the part of our practice helps the body not be in the way. And if we ignore it too much over time, eventually the body speaks up and really gets our attention. So chair yoga is a beautiful way to practice honoring the body, listening to the body, and paying attention to what happens within us when we do. So staying seated, let's practice the full yogic breath flow. What we do is the hands are in front of the body, so the head's dropped, and we inhale, and you visualize yourself bringing energy up. Now, as your hands come up, only bring them up as far as works for you. It may not work to bring them up above the head. You could do this instead, rather than all the way up. Right? When the arms are up, we have a slight backward bend, but you can do that also without raising the hands. Arms come down, exhale as you come forward, surrender, release. Inhale up. So if my hands aren't going all the way up, I might pause here, and I can still arch the back and open the front of the heart without the arms above me. Hands come down. Exhale forward, surrender, release. So find your flow and really notice and just feel yourself in an inner conversation with the body. How is it speaking to you as you breathe and move today? What are you noticing? The next time that you come up, so there's no rush here. Just take your time. You'll exhale. If the arms are above you, you'll exhale them down to the side. And then bring your hands to your heart center. And we'll practice circle of light, circle of joy. So another modification, very often, I'm just going to do this quickly, this is what circle of joy looks like. So again, if it's not good for your arms to go up above you or stretch out to the side, you can, out in front, and rather than go up, release the arms down and lead forward with the heart. Very nice. It gives you a nice arch in the back. It's still opening the heart center, and then hands come back to center. So I'll lead you through traditional, and that's a modification. Inhale, elbows lift up. Exhale, hands move out in front. Inhale, arms go up or down. So up, they go above you. Otherwise, you release down and bring them towards your back. So when we're coming down, you'll bring the arms behind you. Hands come back. Lead with the heart. If you're able to bring the hands together, you do. Release and exhale. And your hands can stay low or be up high. Palms together, hands with the heart. I'm going to show the modification now, and you can do that or the traditional. Inhale, elbows lift up. Exhale, hands move out in front. Inhale, arms come down towards the back. That's the exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Hands come here. We'll do that one more time. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. A little bit different, but it's still really a nice movement for the body. And release the arms down. Now shoulder rolls. Shoulder rolls can be done with the hands on the thighs or on the shoulders. So if they're on the thighs, I'm moving my shoulders, and that's really all that's going on in terms of this is where the primary focus is. If the hands are here, all the arms are engaged, right? So you decide. Even if you can move your arms, you might prefer the shoulder rolls without doing this, because now I don't have as much focus here. And then we'll reverse. So I alternate myself in my practice. Either works for my body, but sometimes I find this is nicer without doing that. I kind of even feel like I get more out of that without using the whole arms. Okay, very nice. So let's practice side-to-side stretching. If I'm not raising the arm up, right, then in both cases, I use the opposite arm on the leg to support me. If I'm not bringing the arm up, I'm lengthening and going to the side, just as far as is comfortable. And then you'll inhale up and go to the other side. Inhale back to center. We'll do this a few more times. If you're using the arm comes up first, and then exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale down. There's a few more breaths if we use the arm. Without the arm, it's inhale, exhale. Inhale up. So this time we'll come into the stretch and we'll hold it for a few breaths. So if the arm's coming up, you do that first. But basically it's inhale, lengthen, exhale to the side. If you'd like, you can rotate the head. And again, you just decide, does that work for you in the stretch? Does it help the stretch is the thing you want to kind of be listening for. Nice. Inhale up. Exhale down, and we'll go to the other side. Inhale up. And exhale. A few deep breaths. Just notice where you feel it in the body. Inhale up. And exhale down. Beautiful. I'm going to move my chair back a little bit. And we'll do a seated forward bend. So we'll take the left foot out, flexed, and the right foot, you just position it so you feel stable in your seat. I come forward in my chair usually for this. So lengthen through the spine on the inhale, and then as you come forward, take your time, move slowly, make sure that it feels okay for your body, and go only as far as is comfortable for you. I focus on the stretch in the back of the leg. Visualize the stretch rising up through the back, lengthening through the spine. And as I stretch and have a relaxed breath, my body just continues to relax and surrender. I'm not trying to come further forward, it just begins to do that. So you find what's comfortable and right for you. And then we have the option, if it's okay for your back, to round the spine. You drop the head and neck, fully surrender, deep full breaths. The affirmation is, I am safe, I am sound. All good things come to me, they bring me peace. I am safe, I am sound. All good things come to me, they bring me peace. To come out of the pose, we inhale up, bring the leg back. Pashi Motanasana, seated forward bend, turning the palms of the hands upward, lifting the inward gaze towards the spiritual eye, mentally affirming, I'm safe, I am sound. All good things come to me, they bring me peace. I am safe, I am sound. All good things come to me. They bring me peace. Very nice. We'll go to the other side. So now we stretch the right leg out. You take a moment to notice that. How does it feel for the body? Lengthen through. So I'm kind of lifting through the crown of my head. Then leading with the heart center, I inhale, exhale forward. And I just come as far forward as I feel the body begin to resist. That's what I'm noticing. The muscles resist, and then I'm relaxed. And the more relaxed I am in my breath, the more relaxed the muscles feel. They just start to release a little bit, slowly, slowly. And this is part of how we build a relationship with the body. Many, many of my students, myself included, have had this experience of overriding. It's just so easy to do. So as we're practicing gentle yoga, chair yoga especially, they really slow the practice down and invite us to work with our body in a new way, which is let the body lead you. So then if it's comfortable, you can surrender completely, release the head and neck, tuning into the quality of inner safety and security. Swami Kriyananda said that when we release tension in the backs of the legs, we release the quality of anxiety and worry. So the affirmation which he wrote for this pose, I am safe, I am sound. All good things come to me, they bring me peace. Very nice. We'll inhale up, come back to center. Pause just for a moment. Notice how that feels. Very good. So we'll come up into standing, and I'm going to move my chair. I will have us practice Nacho Rajasana. If you have two chairs, I'm going to show you. So in chair yoga, you don't have to have two, but sometimes it can be handy. And this is one that it can be handy to have a second chair. So Nacho Rajasana, I'm holding my ankle. You could hold the pant leg, but sometimes, or you could have a strap around the ankle for that, but sometimes that doesn't work. So what does work is to put the foot here. And you get a stretch in the front of the thigh. Yeah. As long as there's no pain, so you get that stretch, and then you position yourself, and this requires balance. I'm standing on one leg, right? That's balance. And the opposite arm comes up. And I kind of work with my body to increase the stretch here, elongate through the arm, and I can practice taking my hand off the chair. That takes balance and strength to do that. Keep the breath flowing. The affirmation while I move through life, I remain anchored in my highest self. The legs in the chair, you could consider the other arm back is another way to do it. Takes a lot of balance, a lot of strength. Nice. We'll come back to center. Come back to Tadasana. Pause for a moment. While I move through life, I remain anchored in my highest self. Very nice. I'm going to turn my chair so you can see me. Go to the other side. So if you're using the chair, having the hands on it can help you feel stable. And it just takes, okay, can be a little awkward to kind of find and make that work. Nice. And then I feel like, okay, that's nice. So I notice how's my balance. Inhale this arm up. I'm stretching through here. You could bring the other arm back if you feel balanced in that. If you want to keep your hand here the whole time, is fine, because that's still balancing, and you could play with taking your hand off the chair a little bit. While I move through life, I remain anchored in my highest self. Nice. While I move through life, I remain anchored in my highest self. A few more breaths, and come back. Very nice. And we'll pause for a moment in Tadasana. Okay, so move this chair. We're going to practice Trikonasana and Trikonasana triangle pose. I'm going to show you this couple of ways of practicing. So if I'm using my seat, and we're going to go towards the left first, I want to make sure that I can reach that seat. So that's part of working with the chair, is so that when you come down, there it is. Now you could have the seat or the back. You could turn the chair the other way and have your hand on the top of the chair. I'm bending my knee a little bit. Very often, one arm will be above and the other arm will be down. We were talking earlier about not raising the arm, so you can keep your hand on your hip instead. So let me show you. So first, left leg comes out, and you're pointing towards the chair. The right foot's going forward. You bend your knee a little bit. Traditionally, with Trikonasana, we straighten this leg, but one modification is keep it bent a little bit. You'll decide when you come in what feels better for you. I bend it a little and bring the torso back to the front, and then I straighten it. Now the hands. So you could start here, and rather than go up, bring your arms out to the side. Take a notice, is that okay, or is it better to have them down already? You decide. Traditionally, the arms can either go straight up like this or out to the side up to lengthen the spine. So exhale down, shoulder height. Now we reach with one arm. The main thing is we're tilting the hip, and we just try to touch the wall, and then you'll bring your hand down to the seat or to the leg. And this arm either is above you or on your hip. You can be looking straight ahead, or look down to the floor, or rotate your head to look to the sky. If the hand's on the chair, it can be easier to look up, but not always, is what I want to say. There's several things to factor into that. Beautiful. So nice side stretch for the body. The affirmation for this pose: energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. A few deep breaths in and out. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center. We'll turn that foot in. Maintain a wide stance. Relax the body and take a moment to notice how it feels. And then we'll go to the other side. So now the right foot turns out. And part of what I'm looking to do here is have a wide enough stance that I can go to the side. If my legs are too close together, it's hard to get a sideways bend. So then once they're, and we take the heel of the right foot, line it up with the instep of the left. So that's another safety factor for the legs. So keep the right knee just bent slightly. Nice, as you come back to center and then straighten it. Inhale, and so here we're lengthening the torso. The arms don't have to come up all the way, but that's what we're doing, right? So if it's comfortable to bring them up, you do. And then exhale to shoulder height, tilt, and reach. And this arm either goes up or down, right? So if it goes up, it comes above you. This hand comes to the chair. If it's down, it's on your hip. It's usually nice. And you can look towards the floor, straight ahead, or rotate up to the sky. Yeah, nice. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. I like to visualize each of us in a waterfall of energy. Swami Kriyananda said that's what's happening in this pose. It's very energizing for the system. Floods the body with prana. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. We'll inhale up, exhale down the arm, turn the feet in, pause in a wide stance. Just relax the whole body. See if you can notice any flow of energy within you. Tension released. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. So bringing energy to the point between the eyebrows. We're going to come into a wide stance forward bend. I was talking with a student earlier about sciatica. Sciatica, forward bends can be aggravating. So supported forward bend tends to help. You can have the seat of the chair or let me show you that. So in the wide stance, hands are here. I could use the seat to support. And so now I'm releasing, nice stretch in the legs, stretch in the spine, but the seat is kind of giving my back a lot of support. If that feels too far forward, you can use the top of the chair instead. It's a little bit different pose, so I'll show you that. Instead of doing wide stance, I'd have legs together, and I'd do that, because to me, at this height, that's more comfortable. So if you're not sure, you can try the seat, but if it's uncomfortable, come out and try the other one. So wide stance. Let me move my chair a little bit. Hands are going to be here. We lengthen through the crown of the head on the inhale. Exhale forward. First, I'm staying, using my hands on my thighs to support my spine, which is mostly stretching the back of the legs. Then I bring my hands to the chair, and I stretch and release. And as I kind of lean back with the chair supporting me, I can feel a stretch in my upper back. I relax and cast aside all mental burdens. So again, the forward bend and the stretch relieves the quality of anxiety, but this one is more mental. This pose is very calming for the mind. I relax and cast aside all mental burdens. Very nice. We'll bend the knees. Inhale, use the strength of the legs to bring you up. We'll step the feet back towards each other, pausing in Tadasana, standing mountain pose. So we pause for a moment, relax the body, notice how it feels. Listening for a flow of energy within you. Lift the gaze. Allow the energy, help to guide it upward to the spiritual eye. As you mentally affirm, I relax and cast aside all mental burdens. Prasarita Padottanasana. It's the wide stance forward bend. Very nice. From here, we'll practice royal pigeon pose, Rajaka Potanasana. So we're back in our chair, and we take the left leg and cross it over the right. And this is a pretty deep hip opener. So right away, my left hip area, I can feel a lot happening there. Every body's different, so you might not yet. What we do is we lengthen through the torso, and we take a few breaths and relax the body. As you feel to, you can come forward in your seat. The movement forward increases the stretch. So it can increase the intensity of the experience within the muscles. You want to make sure you're not overstretching. Part of it is, so if it's painful, back off from pain. Relax with your breath. And just again, try to sense the muscles opening and receiving the pose, rather than kind of pushing ourselves into the pose. The palms of the hands can come together, resting on the calf. And then listening to your body and listening to your breath, again, just begin to relax more and more. And you may find eventually in your relaxation, you want to turn the palms upward and release the head and neck, if that feels good for you. Really listen to your body and what feels right for you in this pose. Rajaka Potanasana, the royal pigeon pose. I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. To come out of the pose, we inhale, come back to center, uncross the legs, and pause with the palms turned upward in seated Vajrasana, the firm pose. Vajrasana is very grounding and centering, helping us to connect with the quality of inner stability and strength. Now we'll go to the other side. So we'll take the right ankle and cross that over the left. Notice if there's a difference in your body. Is it more challenging on this side or easier? Just notice. We often have little imbalances in our flexibility. It's fine. It's just so it helps you be aware of that in your practice. Lengthening the spine, relaxing shoulders down from the ears, guiding awareness here. And then just begin to breathe deeply and come into the pose as it feels right for you. If you like, you can bring the palms together, resting on the calf. When I come forward in this pose, I'm always leading with the heart. So I'm kind of coming in a forward bend. I'm starting higher in the spine than lower in the spine, which helps to keep my spine neutral rather than rounding. I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. Feel yourself with each breath finding that quality within you of timelessness. Letting go of the past, letting go of the future, and really being here now. I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. surrendering and releasing as far as is comfortable for you. And then inhale and bring yourself back up. Pausing for a moment in Vajrasana. Just take a moment to notice where you are in this moment, in the body, in the breath, in your inner consciousness. See if you can sense a quality of inner freedom, inner joy. Another deep breath in and out. We'll bring our palms together to the heart center, closing today as we began, honoring that divine light shining brightly within you and within all beings with Namaste. Namaste. Okay, great souls. So good to be with you. Let's rub our hands together and just visualize yourself as a divine channel, just sharing the blessings of the practice, the light of yoga with all. 3 ohms. Om. 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 Peace. Amen. Okay, so good to be with you. Wishing you a beautiful day and beautiful week.